MIT professor of sociology, and she is her name's Sherry Turkle. She's a sociologist, and she founded the MIT program that studies the relationship between technology and the self. And she wrote, she's a psychologist and sociologist, and she wrote this book called Alone Together. And she references in her book this research that found when there is a smartphone at the table, like at a table where people are having lunch or dining, when there's a smartphone at the table, the people are less invested in one another, and the conversation topics skew towards lighter subjects.
Wow.
So
Just it being on the table physically. Yeah.
I don't think I'm not sure, but I don't even think it necessarily has to be on the table. It just has to be present
Oh,
on the individuals at the table. And
interesting.
yeah,
Wow.
and so we do not realize how much these electronic devices, these power force fields of energy and connection are influencing our psyche. If that phone is next to you and I, James, and we're having lunch, we're a little bit less there. There is a
Mm,
deeper conversation that we would be having. There is a more satisfying, satiating human experience of connection that
yeah.
we are giving up just by having our smartphones on us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I say
Yeah.
that not to say that everyone should like do away with these devices and they're not an important part of our lives. I say it because I don't think, in fact, I know that we don't know what we're missing. We have been
Mhm.
sold the idea that these devices give so much to us and add so much value to our lives that we have not questioned, most people have not questioned the incredible soul cost on our own relationship to our own psyches because we don't have access to boredom, we don't have access to
Mhm.
solitude,
Mm.
we don't have
Mhm.
access to all the creative potential that bubbles up in that solitude and boredom.
Yeah.
And we are replacing deeper connections with one another with cheaper connections with more people, thousands of more people
Yeah.
online.
Separate.